Welcome back to Found in True Sports, episode 22. We are back after a hiatus. We had personal reasons. We had a snow week. I'm living in New Orleans now, kind of, so it's kind of hard for me to do these episodes, but we're back. We're committed. We're going to give it to you every Friday now. Promised. Hand up. We were being fucks about it, but we're back now. We have so much to talk about. We had the college football playoff. Ohio State took it. We have the Super Bowl matched up. Eagles, Kansas City rematch. We're going to get into that.
Coming?
The inevitable Kansas City Chiefs. Pelicans are still a dumpster fire. College basketball is taking off. SEC is kind of eating itself. Duke is up there. Kansas is dying out. Can't tell if they're a championship team. We're going to get all into it. Y'all enjoy. Stay tuned. Later. What up? It is episode 22 of Found in True Sports. We're back on the mics. So much ball to talk about, Mike.
A lot to catch up on.
A lot.
A quick amount of time.
We've been going since January 9th. 20 days.
Damn.
20 days, dude. These people have not heard us.
Everybody deserves a little vacation.
Yeah, it'll be 22 by the time this comes out to them. So thank you all for waiting. We're going to post about this one. We didn't post about the last two. The audio kind of sucked. Bood was fucking us. I'm just messing, dude.
Who's the guy that found out and reached out to us?
Steelers Australian fan,
Yeah.
like 2-3 something posted on our YouTube. So if you want to go give his comment a like and go give him a like and subscribe, shout out him.
He's probably a huge fan of Bood.
Dude, honestly, for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this Steeler fan, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. That being said, it's episode 22. It's a tradition now. Every episode, if it's a number, you got to go. Who's your favorite? 22, Mike.
Who did I say? Oh, Tracy Porter.
And I was thinking that when we started that, and then you stole mine, but I immediately switched up. I got mine. It's Andrew Wiggins, Kansas, 22.
Nice. Not a bad
God,
pick.
he was such a cold motherfucker.
Great college player.
Bood, who you got?
Moses Malone.
Moses.
Nice.
I don't know,
there's
dude,
a
that's
lot,
kind of
man.
weak, bro.
There's a lot.
Isn't
Like,
he from Louisiana?
I know, but I feel like there's a lot more.
I thought that was the
22s.
mailman, Malone.
I thought that's Carl Malone.
Carl.
Yeah.
Who's not a good person.
Yeah.
Disavow Carl Malone.
Moses was on the original Dream Team.
He was also on the Ark.
Yeah.
Who's other 22s y'all could honorable mention 22s?
Chris
Go.
McCaffrey, Larry Nance,
Christian McCaffrey. Larry Nance did a lot for New Orleans. Shout out Larry Nance.
Roger Clemens. Not Larry Nance Jr., Larry Nance Sr. Emmitt Smith.
Some say he's the best.
Well, some are idiots too.
Dude, Emmitt Smith was cold as shit.
He's not the best though.
Wasn't he the one that won all the Super Bowls for him, though? Like, Troy Aikman really didn't do.
Michael Irving was on those teams.
He was
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, those are a pretty stacked
Yeah,
organization
they had-
at the time.
Yeah.
But they haven't been since 1996.
Mhm.
Cold hard fact for the Dallas Cowboys, they're the only team in the NFC to not make it to the NFC Championship since 1996. Those poor bastards.
That is wild.
Terrible team.
Horrible team. And they're about to get rid of all of them.
That's a nice little segue, though. Before we get into Pro Bowl with the Super Bowl and all, we got to talk about the playoff. Last time we talked about the semifinals. Those played out. The whole fucking shenanigans got played out, championship and all.
Yep.
And we got a lot to talk about, Mike. Texas has been on the cusp. They're knocking on the door, and they just can't get it done.
They are the best team though in the SEC.
You just like saying that now.
They are,
I think
dude.
I think you're just fucking banging that drum just to piss me off.
I think next
That's
year.
what he's fucking doing.
Next
I
year.
agree.
Yeah, next year they're going to be back in it.
I mean, Tennessee shouldn't have been in the playoffs.
You know
no
what?
matter what.
I will say-
Tennessee's going to be good too next year, though. That quarterback's good.
Okay, I'm going to bait you into this before I bait myself.
Me?
Yes.
I don't bite bait a lot.
Other than Florida State, who would be a team that you are not a fan of,
I can guess it.
but
right now.
like in the ACC?
In the ACC?
Yes.
Who do you think I'm going to say?
I thought you were just going to say in general. I thought
Oh,
I
in
was
general?
going to say South Carolina.
No, they're up there though.
I know you do like that ball club, but I'm talking
Yeah.
ACC.
ACC. I don't know, dude. I hate all of them. I'm not gonna say Clemson. Probably Louisville, maybe
That's what I was going to guess.
Louisville or NC State.
Okay.
UNC.
Piggybacking off of the question,
UNC. Bill Belichick.
piggybacking off of that question, I'm going to now come out and say, heading into next season, now that Quinn Ewers is gone, I know that LSU and Texas, the year we won, had beef at the water cooler and all. That shit goes viral every year. But I think I'm taking Texas as my secondary SEC team, A, because they're knocking on the door, and B, because of Arch. Arch is like the Louisiana dude. Kind of got to respect him. Kind of got to ride
Not
with
really.
him. See, you've been hating on Arch since the dawn of time, though.
Till he proves himself. It did the same thing with Josh Allen last year. So till he proves himself.
So-
And he proved himself.
All right.
I'm just saying. I don't jump on a ship before
Okay.
checking for holes.
But look at me. I have been on the Josh Allen train, and now I'm at the top going, woo.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But when the years he sucked, you kept saying he was good.
Because you got to ride, bro. You got to ride the shit years. And Arch Manning's not had a bad year. He
I'm
just
a
hasn't-
Jameis Winston fan,
But here's the thing: if he hasn't shown you anything bad, why wouldn't you hop on now just to get in front of it?
Because he hasn't shown me anything good.
Dude, he's had some great things that he's done.
Yeah, but like in garbage time situations, or just on a third down.
Bullshit. He had a clutch ass.
Like I don't like to disrespect Quinn Ewers. He legit brought Texas back.
I know we're talking a lot about, but like I feel like in this game, Quinn Ewers like
He didn't play great,
He
but he
didn't-
didn't play bad.
but that's always the case with him. Do you understand? Like I feel like he's never taken that step that like. Do you realize this dude was one of the most? Oh, it's kind of a crazy thing that he went to the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's kind of a revenge game for him.
Yeah.
Fucked it all up, but I mean, this dude skipped his senior year. Was like one of the craziest recruits ever. Do you remember him coming out? He had like the fucking mullet and all this shit, and
Yeah, he
then
was
like
part of like one of the most underrated.
he goes to
underdog teams
goes
in high
home,
school.
goes to Texas, and I mean, yeah, he brought him to the playoff twice.
Back-to-back playoffs, Pac-12 championship, SEC championship.
But, like, I understand those are like nice accolades, but I mean, I thought he was going to come away with the national championship, and he didn't.
Well, it takes a team. I think Texas' problem is their coach more than anything.
I like the coach.
I
like,
don't. When a coach,
honestly, during the Arizona State game, that's where I was like, okay, this coach has got a pretty fucking deep bag of tricks.
yeah,
Like,
but when he walked up to his kicker, reminding his kicker about the missed field goal, and that just forget about it, and the kicker missed another field goal, like I don't think a coach has ever done that in the history of coaching because you don't want to get in your kicker's head.
I understand. I mean, he didn't have a terrible game. He just didn't have a great game. But on the other side of that, I feel like Ohio State played their asses off.
Oh,
I mean, like they went the fuck off.
Sawyer or whatever his name is.
I don't know. I just thought like Ohio State, like they might have started a little slow, but I mean, right? They got rolling fucking quick.
Do you know who Carnell Tate is?
Barely. I didn't until this game.
You know what he holds now at Ohio State?
What does he hold?
The record for receiving in a 4-year career.
Wow.
Out of all the wide receivers they've had, he's the third, like on the roster right now as
Damn.
wide receiver, and he holds it.
Consistent guy, just putting up numbers.
Yeah, and you got Ibuka, Smith. He played with Chris
I'll tell you
Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison.
Jeremiah Smith
is that dog.
is an absolute dog.
Mhm.
Like, I really do think that he is going to probably be a generational talent
I hope he's just.
in the NFL.
I hope he's not like the Ohio State wide receivers in the NFL now. Like go to a bad team or a bad organization, like just don't get the opportunity.
Are you trying to fucking mess with me because of Olave?
Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking like Garrett Wilson. Marvin Harrison didn't have a great year. Garrett Wilson's like had a good year, but like you expect them to be like how Neighbors
Olave
and
got
Brian
a
Thomas are
concussion.
doing.
He had good times before that.
Yeah, you expect them to be like Neighbors.
I
Or
said
like
good
Thomas.
times, not great times.
I'm just saying they just don't pan out. It sucks because they have so many of them.
I don't know. I also feel like the college football national championship was like boring as fuck.
Yeah,
Like, do y'all agree with that?
yeah.
I feel like it was just like
Then the first Notre Dame drive, I got excited, and then Ohio State just went down the field and scored, and I was like, okay, this game's pretty much over. That's the best feeling. Well, you can just tell, like by the second drive, you can change the channel. You know, who's
Penn State
winning.
Notre Dame was a good fucking game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that fucking game thoroughly. I don't know. I just
that was like old school football.
it
really.
was quite old school football. But moving on to like the
That's the dude
championship.
that shit is bad. The Penn State quarterback. Jesus Christ.
Moving on to the championship, I kind of knew Notre Dame was fucked from the first scoring drive. Like, it took too long, and the way they were running that quarterback, like just up the mouth. Like, dude, did you see him after that first drive? He ran to the bench, like holding his gut and puked. Like they were running him up the gut like 100 times. It was a 13-play drive that took like most of the first quarter.
Yeah, and they just don't have wide receivers at all.
They just didn't have the dudes.
No.
They just straight up did not have the dudes.
Usually Notre Dame has like a tight end. They didn't even have that.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, it was kind of wild to watch Will Howard, like, or Ohio State especially, like, use this team that they paid a fuckload of money with the NIL and everything, and it worked.
Yeah.
You know, like, Will Howard, like, transfers over wanting to come win one and does. Easy.
I'm
Like,
happy for Ryan Day.
Judkins, same thing. Like, it was like a wild fucking game to just see all of their dudes just go off.
All the guys that they wanted, and they got that dude. That Judkins. Who's the other running back? Henderson. That is one fast motherfucker. He had two.
They're like Gibbs and Montgomery on the Lions.
It did remind me a lot of that.
They're going to be sleepers in the NFL.
They say Judkins is like. They said if you know you have a good running back duo, and one's like a gangster and the other one's like a preacher. They say like Henderson's like the pastor and Judkins is like the gangster. And
it's like Mark Ingram and who was it? Mark Ingram,
AK
and AK.
Yeah,
That's about right. That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
That's a damn good comparison. I don't know. This game, I thought Notre Dame showed a little sign of coming back at the end, and then it just kind of all got pissed away.
I don't even know what happened. I turned it
Ohio
off.
State was up by like a crazy amount, and then Notre Dame came back and scored.
They're up by
The field goal.
Yeah, they're up by a freaking great amount.
I thought it was a good game, but it was also like, I don't know, the last couple. It was. How would y'all rate the college football play, like the 12 team
playoff as a whole? I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Let's be honest, it wasn't that good of a college football.
But
I'll say 6.5, 7.
Think
It's
about
like,
it. If it's a 4-man, it's not any better.
You know what saves this entire thing?
Arizona State and Texas.
Like, that's really the only game. That's got a great generational game.
Yeah.
I mean,
in Texas was a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penn State, Notre Dame, but like Penn State had such an easy run, and I don't care what you say. I don't think that linebacker.
I just hope next year, like, it's a little more competitive, like the Boise States, and like
they need to.
Or I tell you, who really fucked it up, Oregon.
Yeah,
like a couple of these teams that you thought, like, I think everybody thought were a little more than they were.
Yeah,
like Indiana,
Tennessee,
like Tennessee.
Indiana's only 2 losses though. We're the 2 guys in the national championship.
I mean, yeah, but
college football, let's be honest, wasn't that good this year.
I think it's going to be a water. Do y'all agree that I was having this conversation in a bar the other day with Stephen Wade. Shout out Stephen. Do y'all think college football is about to get watered down?
Yes,
like big time.
100%.
I think this shit's about to be.
You're going to lose the tradition of the colleges. It's just going to
I
be
think
money,
you're gonna.
money.
You know what? It's just gonna lack. Give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna lack a whole bunch of like.
But I'll say this: those two teams in the championship, that shows you, like, if you get guys that give a fuck, what's the difference between if you get guys and you have $1 million roster? You can tell Ohio State, that DN Sawyer, he gave a fuck.
He gave a fuck.
You can tell Notre Dame safety and Riley Leonard gave a fuck.
Did you see Jack Sawyer at like the parade, or he had like a press
I'm coming
conference and
back.
he was like, "I'm coming back." Psych. I would have been
I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be better
really
than
good.
the Penn State guy.
really.
Yeah, I don't think the Penn State guy's that good. I think he just
Dude,
has.
people are trying to take him one.
Yeah, no, I think that's
It's not-
crazy. I just don't think he's faced great talent, and that's why he's gone off.
Speaking of Penn State, the fall off of Michael Parsons crazy.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen to this Carter guy.
So, does anyone want to take their early national champion for next year?
Florida State.
That's crazy.
You got to put your team in it. You can't just say not
Tell
Florida
you
State.
what sounds crazy.
What?
LSU. If I'm betting odds
Let's
at the beginning of the
go.
season, I'm going LSU.
Dude, Buddha, you're the man.
You know why?
I
It's
agree.
Just because that I still think Texas is going to win the SEC, but LSU definitely has a shot at.
I think Nussmeier, if it's, you know who it all depends on, is Nuss.
Nuss.
If Nuss can get it together, which we've seen, you know where I'm at? I'm right in that spot where it's like,
But y'all,
Okay.
y'all wide receivers got to work out too. They're
but
good. They're
we got
good.
a lot
They
of good
should.
ones. We got a lot of good ones in the that Nick Anderson dude in the
I think
transfer
this
portal.
is the big question mark on LSU is these players that we got. Are they going to work out? Because they got a lot of them.
I think they have. It's awesome that they have that running back that showed awesome potential at the beginning of the season. That
Yeah.
freshman.
And we have Harlem Berry coming in.
It's going to be the defense,
Oh,
just like this year.
I think the defense got a lot of good transfers, though.
That's what I'm saying. You got so many players, but you got a lot of question marks. And then plus, who's your right tackle? Your left tackle's leaving. Your guard's leaving. Like,
They got to be like.
I don't think they revamped that
I
O-line.
think, okay, we got some transfers, but they're okay. And the thing that worries me about O-line
You got an
transfers
All-American.
is I don't give a fuck about the O-line transfers until they play, because SEC defensive lines and
Different.
whoever the fuck Virginia Tech played defensive line wise is night and day. Like,
Yeah.
that is night and day.
Did you see that dude at the Senior Bowl, that center that was guarding the 6'7", 300-pound guy from Kentucky? And he's like, the center was like 6'2",
Yeah.
280, and he locked him up.
I tell you what, though, fuck the Senior Bowl, because the Senior
I love
Bowl.
the Senior Bowl.
I like the Reese's Senior Bowl. Don't get me wrong, because it sometimes pans out.
Braden Fisk.
Okay, Lad McConkey last year,
Azir Thomas this year. Watch him.
but
Steal the
Mike,
draft.
there's also bust in the fucking Senior Bowl.
Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney,
Bust.
Justin Blackman.
Bust.
Let's think about the biggest one for the Saints. Trevor Penning was quite a bean boozler at the motherfucking Reese's Peanut Butter Senior Bowl.
No, this is my thing. Penning was a right tackle. We moved him to left tackle.
Yeah.
And we moved him back to right tackle
That's
this year.
good.
We moved him back to right
He's doing
tackle
all
where
right.
he started. And he definitely flipped the script of like, okay, this guy's playing position. That dude in the run game is
I
one of
will
the best
say he
blockers in the
deserves
run
to be
game.
in the NFL now,
Yeah, no.
because there was a time where he looked like he just needed to be cut.
Yeah.
It was a waste of a first round pick.
But after this year, you can tell like left tackle just messed up his mind.
But still a Reese's Peanut Butter bean boozler.
Yeah. But
Thank you.
his highlight reel
He's
is
made up a little bit
his
for it.
highlight reel is nice. Just
Um,
running people over.
Speaking of that, did you see that Shiloh Sanders is getting burned at that thing?
Oh yeah, bad.
Like, he's not
Every
even
route.
putting a hand on defenders. He's getting shaken out
That
of
dude
shoes.
is Bronny James of.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
He's going to go in like the fourth
It's
round.
like Bryce is going to be like how Shaduri is.
Who do you think is going to be the best player out this draft? Like, I don't think it's going to be anybody in the first round.
I think it'll be that Abdul.
Don't say Abdul Carter.
Yeah, the linebacker.
No.
Penn State.
We just talked about how we
Yeah.
think he's both.
I
Both
think
of us
so.
think he's overrated.
I think he's gonna be good.
I think he's going to be.
I
It
just
depends
think-
where they put him at.
Honestly, this class is dog ass.
Yeah.
Like it's hella dog.
It's
ass.
very bad.
So
Like, that's why-
are you saying Abdul Carter is going to be the best because
It's a,
he is, or just because the class is that bad that he's going to be the best?
Okay,
one?
hear me out.
well, he's still the best out of it either way. You know what I mean?
If he was in last year's class, what would he be as a top rusher?
I don't think he'd be a top 10 pick.
Okay.
Last year's draft.
I don't think he'd be
Because
going the
they
first
didn't pick
round.
up- They didn't even pick a defender last year till like what, the 15th or 16th pick.
No, the dude for the Vikings. What's his fucking name? Dallas Turner. He went
I
like
have a question.
top. Yeah, you might be right.
So I'm in a dynasty predicament. So I have the third pick of this draft. I also don't have a tight end because Tabor fucked me. He gave me Luke Musgraves. I also have Mark Andrews. But listen, I have Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. So that kind of, not too fun.
Who the fuck's a top tight end this year?
He was. But tight ends were very, very hard to come by this year. But as far as getting a new one, should I?
No, that's retarded.
Who are you going to get?
Listen, should I trade my first pick of the draft to Tommy? I mean,
Yes.
my third pick of the draft, this first round pick to Tommy for Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think he's going to take it.
I
That's
don't
what
think he will either.
No.
he said. Hold up. Let me read the text message. I think he said I could potentially fucks with that.
You know the only thing that's going to hurt Texas next year? Texas is losing a lot of guys. And I haven't heard much about them going in the transfer portal to get
I
more.
know they're
But
number
Mike,
one in recruiting.
what would you say
Yeah.
if I held on to said pick and got Tyler Warren early at 3?
I forgot Tyler Warren's in there. I don't hate that. Just depends who he goes to.
I mean, fucking Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, and Desmond Ritter were throwing Brock Bowers the ball.
Yeah.
If he's good
True.
enough, he's fucking good enough.
Who has the third pick in the draft? Well, it's not. Never mind.
it's
That
the
does not kind of
Giants.
matter.
Okay, let's look at where Tyler Warren
Yeah,
is
let's
mocked
look
up.
where he can. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe the Seahawks.
Honestly, maybe Saints.
Maybe the Raiders.
All right. Well, if you're talking about dynasty, Steve, who do you think's going to go 1 and 2? Because I can give you a third pick right now on dynasty.
I know that Genty.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he falls
Why don't
3.
you do that? Why don't you draft somebody and
Well, no,
trade
it's
them?
different. You got to think of the position wise of what you.
I just don't think anybody's gonna. I think Travis Hunter is kind of a liability dynasty wise because
I
Oh,
like
playing
that.
offense.
That if he does that, that would be insane. If Tyler Warren goes to the Broncos or the 49ers, that would be crazy.
You're not going to get a quarterback because this quarterback. I mean, there's no point in picking up any.
I don't want Cam Ward. I have Bryce Young and Justin Herbert.
So you're looking
Well,
at
Justin I want to say Justin Herbert, then Bryce Young. Fuck me.
Hey, after the combine, if Genty goes 1 or 2, scataboo.
Scataboo.
No, dude,
I
I did a
mean?
mock.
Yeah.
I did a
It's
mock
dynasty.
draft, and Scataboo was going late. Like I ended up getting him in like the 3rd, and there's only 3 rounds for the draft.
I think everything that you're looking at right now is going to change after the combine because I think 2 quarterbacks are going to shoot up into the top.
And that's why
10.
the combine sucks.
Tommy, if you end up watching this, please, I think it's a good trade for both of us. You end up with a 3rd pick, and you get a guy. You already have a fucking stacked team. You've already won. Give me fucking Trey McBride. He's not even that good, and Marvin Harrison's on the team, so I don't even know why I want him. So
I'm calling it right now. Jalen Miller is going top 10 in the draft.
that's
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
He is going to ball out.
I'm
at
not
the
saying he's
combine.
great.
Does anyone want to make a bet?
I'm not saying he
I'm not
should
making a
go.
bet on it, but it's going to be like Penix last year.
What are the What's the Dolphins pick?
Hold up.
What's the Dolphins pick?
Do you want to go triple or nothing?
For what?
I don't think Miller goes in the 1st round.
That's what they're saying right now, but I think somebody's gonna do it.
I do not
No,
think.
they're already putting the hype around him right now of how good he's looking.
Okay, so does anyone want to take? Well, he already double or nothing. He already owes me 40. I'm
I
closing.
paid
at
you
that.
40.
Or you already closed out at 40.
Yeah.
You
You want to make another bet?
I want to make a bet with either of y'all or both of y'all that he does not go in the first round.
I'm not betting it, but watch it happen.
You know.
Watch it happen, but not bet. All right, then how about a no money?
I'll take the pride in it.
He can go to the
Whenever it does
Raiders.
happen.
That's honestly not a bad take, though. Because, like, you think about it, the Raiders don't move up and don't get the quarterback they want.
And
They need a quarterback. They probably will get Miller.
It might be that 9th pick if the Saints don't have who they want left on the.
Yeah, that's what.
Genty could go to the Saints.
Someone might. I mean, I think they're looking at Will Campbell. Honestly, Genty.
Jackson Dart.
No, Jackson. They don't need Jackson Dart. They don't need a quarterback. They're not going to draft a quarterback with that.
They
If we
need
do
a
quarterback,
quarterback coach first.
If we do quarterback, we're gonna do quarterback at like 4th round again.
Yeah.
You got to play. I mean, it's who's a 4th round quarterback in this draft? That's
Jackson
worth
Dart.
getting? No, Dart's gonna.
I think Dart might go first round.
He's going to be I think Miller goes before him though.
They were interviewing him at the Senior Bowl talking about the Saints.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers could be a 4th. That's a good 4th round quarterback.
DJ Uwangale.
I would shit my hands and clap if that happened. I do not like the guy.
What were we on before this?
We went down quad.
Dynasty.
Oh,
Yeah, Dynasty.
I thought you said Duck Dynasty.
And you know who's going to get Quinn Ewers? The Cowboys.
That would be about spot on.
I think we're forgetting.
With like a second or third round pick.
I think we're forgetting a big team that needs a quarterback.
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that wherever Shadur ends up going, if Shiloh doesn't get drafted, I bet you they give him an
Pick him
undrafted
up.
free agent to whatever
Yeah.
team gets him.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll probably have it somewhere in his contract where it happens just so that they can play together or practice together.
Cam Ward's probably going to the Titans, and Shador's probably going to the Browns.
You know what I think is kind of wild? I don't think the Titans are going to go quarterback. And I think they're going to say,
been saying that.
I think they're going to say fuck it and play with Will Levis and Rudolph, or just get some kind of shit quarterback.
I think they're going to
trade to the Raiders.
The second pick is
Browns.
the Browns. I've been seeing stuff that the Titans trade out.
Do you think that the
I
Browns?
think this year's the year you can trade out the first round pick and you won't hate yourself for it. First overall pick.
You think the Browns bring in Cam Ward? Cam Ward seems like a Browns quarterback.
It's gonna go. Whatever.
I could see number 3 Ward on the back of a Browns.
I would feel so bad for him because he is the best quarterback.
Like, dude, can you imagine life as the Miami quarterback
he goes
for
to the Browns.
a year, being the man, just being like, wow, like I
Heisman
transferred here,
candidate.
this fucking worked out, it was awesome, Heisman candidate, all this shit,
Broke all the records.
amazing year, and then you go to fucking Cleveland. Wow.
I don't know. He might work out there because that dude, like not like work out, like I mean, like not be bad as previous Browns quarterbacks.
I mean, Chubb's gonna come back with 2 like no ACL. Like
I think they're getting rid of Chubb.
Really?
I think that's the rumor on the street.
Well, I mean, they
Coming
also
off
have Jerome Ford, who's not bad.
I think they're getting rid of him too.
They have Judy.
I think the Browns might get Genty. They might trade back.
I could see that because of one of these like teams that are like 8 or 9 or something like that, needing a quarterback.
Yeah,
I can see the Saints getting them to it.
I can see the Saints getting an O-lineman.
Dude, whenever we do first round pick running backs that pan out,
Name one.
Reggie Bush. I'll name another one. Mark Ingram. We traded up for him.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, but that was late, right?
No.
Besides Reggie Bush wasn't late, but Mark Ingram was late.
5th. I want to say Ingram was in the 20s.
Yeah. Which that's what I think. I think if you're going to get a running back, that's in the 20s. Like it's if you go get him in top 10.
When we drafted AK at the 3rd round. We do good with running backs.
Yeah, that's
You know what
I'm
I
saying.
think's stupid now? When I look at fucking mock drafts from like credible sources like NFL.com
Mel Kiper.
and jackasses put like these dumb predictions that they know that no one like Shadur Sanders number 1 to the Titans, Browns getting Abdul Carter,
Yeah,
Giants getting Cam Ward,
that would be scary.
Travis Hunter going to the Patriots at 4,
that's where he's landing though.
But that's like, I feel like that right there is one of those fucking mock drafts that someone makes just to
It's
get
clickbait,
clicks.
yeah.
And that pisses me off because like we're supposed to come to NFL.com to not get that.
I don't know. I don't hate that top 6. 'Cause I can see
I
the
hate
Raiders.
it.
I can see the Raiders getting that McMillan dude.
I don't think he falls that.
Yeah, he does. He might go to the Eagles. I mean, the Patriots, which
Patriots
would
would
be
be
fucking
nice.
awesome.
He
I
looks-
might become a.
He looks like a
Patriots
young
fan.
Aaron Hernandez.
I might become a Patriots fan if he goes to the Patriots. Hate saying that.
You know who I don't want the Saints
If
to
you
draft?
hold up, we'll get back to that in a second. If you become a fucking Patriots
like-
fan,
Die hard, but I'll be a fan of the team. Like, it'll probably be
Drake
my.
May.
I like Drake May. I
Okay, I
like
understand.
Vrabels. Vrabels, great guy.
but I thought you were saying fandom. Like
No,
maybe,
no, like, I
maybe
will
get
go-
a shirt like Bood has from the Steelers.
I might do
I
that.
didn't buy it.
Yeah, true.
But you're still a Steelers fan.
Hey, they panned out.
Okay, are you? Let's talk about that. Well, first of all, what were you going to say? Who do you not want the Saints to draft?
Will Campbell?
Really?
Just because
Facts.
I feel like he's
I feel like-
wasn't mediocre at LSU, but he wasn't like
He wasn't the hype.
crazy
Yeah.
good. It's just that
I
he was
will
a
say,
captain.
I think he was very good. Don't get me wrong, very good. Like one of the better O linemen, like 4 years wise or 3 years wise that fucking
I'll-
LSU's had. But he was a lot of bark and not a lot of bite some games.
I'll
And I
say
was
this.
like, damn.
He
Like,
did face a lot of like top tier pass rushers that are
Yeah.
killing it in the NFL. But at the same time, when you have that much hype around you, like you should be dominating those
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
but I mean, we're just gonna pat his ass too if he does dog shit for the Saints. You know what I mean? Just
Well-
because he was an LSU boy and
Yeah.
Guess what team he's rejected to go to?
Saints.
Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Which is stupid because the Jets just got a tackle last year.
We're predicted to get Jalen Walker, edge, Georgia.
He's tiny, but he's big.
Hey, them Georgia defensive players. Look at the Eagles' defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Look at the
stacked it
Eagles
up.
coaching staff.
I agree.
We about to get
Kellen Mond or whatever.
yeah, dude's goofy looking.
See, I agree with
Kellen Moore is going to bring
Yeah,
us to the
Kellen Moore.
promised land. Hey,
I don't believe
Dumb-
that. I think he's set up for failure with Mickey Loomis.
Anybody is.
No, with Mickey Loomis as GM, you have Dick Cat Space. You don't have a young quarterback. Your best wide receiver is on his 8th concussion.
And Mickey
Your
Loomis is
Best
gonna
offensive player is 34 years old.
I think we're fucked until Derek Carr is not on our roster.
be- I think we're fucked after that too.
Yeah.
Well, I think we go from fucked to fingered.
Well, no, you get to think Cam Jordan and we pegged.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. Cam Jordan's done.
Yeah, him, Derek Carr, Tyrann Matthew. I mean, if Tyrann Matthew stays on the team, Demario Davis, everybody is going to be leaving at
Okay,
the same
can
time.
I tell you something? Can I say something? As a Saints fan, I don't give a fuck and I enjoyed it because guess what? I would hate it more to see those like a Cam Jordan get traded to a fucking like team for 1 year to finish out his career instead of retiring a Saint. And I don't. I'll say this:
He might not,
Like,
though.
think about the fucking Warriors fans. They started to suck together: Clay, Draymond, and Steph. But like, fucking, they were saying that on Pardon My Take. Like, wouldn't you rather them get fucking old together? And then, like, just say, like, fuck it, we got old, and then rebuild after that. Like, that's where I'm at as a Saints fan on defense is, like, we could bring in these young guys, but, like, fuck it, let's be old, let them retire after, but I'm still want to watch those motherfuckers in Saints jerseys.
Yeah. I'll give Cam Jordan this. He said it in one of like his press conferences that like this is his first year playing inside instead of outside majority of the time, and it kind of threw him off. And
He
like,
did great, too.
but like he said, their D line coach like wouldn't teach fundamentals and technique. Just like thought, oh, you're a vet, you'll figure it out. And then when he went outside, which was like the second to last game or last game, he started going outside. He started tearing it up again. So he's still got it in him. He's just at some point you got to put the old dog down.
Yeah, I mean,
Last year, the Chiefs offered picks for him, and we should have accepted it, and then just let him go ball out, get his Super Bowl, and then he could retire.
see, that's what Michael, that's exactly what the fuck I just said I didn't want to happen.
But that happens with every Saints player we let go anyway.
Okay, but someone who's fucking 35, I don't want that for them to have. It's okay when Zach Bond who fucking was a second string linebacker somehow has
Should've
a miraculous
started.
career in with the Eagles. I'll take that. Fuck us. God damn it. But a 35-year-old dude, I don't want to trade just to watch him go win a Super Bowl.
But
I don't want that to happen.
At the same time, I think the Saints got to stop because, like, honestly, not a lot of teams do that anymore. Like, keep players around, multiple players around for that long. Like, it's some like you got to have an age where you're like, okay, I either let you go or if you've been to this many Pro Bowls and you've been doing this, I'll keep you. Which he's done.
He's
But,
got
like,
insane career stats.
Yeah, no, he's up there. Just doesn't have a ring.
Yeah.
That's what sucks.
I know, but
I'll give it to him though this way. He argues every time it's brought up about Drew Brees and Tom Brady, who's the GOAT.
yeah. He's a ride or die cat.
Yeah.
I tell you what, speaking of that ride or die shit, all these players are riding with Darren Rizzi for this job.
Well, he ain't coming.
Do you think that's just because it's in house and they got to
Yeah.
kind of do that?
I think it's in house and they know.
I think they should have offered him before they started doing all these interviews because it's kind of like, oh well, I'm the only one that's left around. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They should have
like,
just from the jump signed him
yeah.
as head coach, and I knew that was going to happen because he's going to start branching
Like
out.
what the Cowboys did to Mike McCarthy. And then Mike McCarthy realized his only job's the Saints, so he's just going to take a break from coaching.
I tell you what, dude. You know who had a year on the Saints? I think next year is going to be like the.
Brian Blizet.
Give it to me. I'm glad. I think that's the next jersey purchase.
Dude, but think like, dude, our team's so old.
I remember seeing Brian Brise on fucking 247 Sports when I was younger. How crazy is that?
He used to play running back in high school.
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah,
yeah.
we used to see clips of him just like smashing fucking kids.
Dude, he's like the youngest on our team, but I think like 3 or 4 years.
I think Chase Young's getting traded.
Chase Young, they need to trade him soon because he's only on a 1-year contract, so he can just wait.
Fuck Chase Young. That dude didn't try hard at all for us.
I think he had a good season.
He did.
I think he had one of his best.
I just don't think the teams that he's going to fit him.
You know what he did? He caused a lot of havoc, but like he didn't make the tackle in the end. Like he was always getting the backfield. He was always putting pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about the Super Bowl?
Sure.
All right. It's a rematch. I think it's going to be a good fucking game, though.
We all know what's going to happen.
It's going to be entertaining for sure.
It's going to be entertaining.
It's
But
going to be high scoring.
Okay.
Too.
Didn't we say as a podcast, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl?
I don't remember.
I think we just said it for the clip at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
We have to go back.
I think we did.
We have to go back in time.
But we definitely need to get that clip. I do think that Kansas City is going to pull it off. But what I want in this game more than anything is points. For some reason, in my heart, in my brain, that's questionable. I want like a 40-something to 30-something game.
That'll be hard to do when Kansas City just scored like their highest amount of points last week.
I mean, you just got to fucking bend it over, pull your pants down, and shit on my teeth.
I'm thinking like 31-27.
See,
Yeah.
Which is high scoring.
I want a crazy game.
All these happen.
Like I want this to be a historical juggernaut Super Bowl.
You know how unfair that is, though?
Double overtime.
Kansas, you know how unfair that is? Like, Kansas City, like, you know them by now. Like, all they have to do is flip a switch and then go from, like, oh, we can get 21 points to win the game. Oh, we need to go get 55. We can go get 55 points.
Or like a 35 to like 37 would be nuts. That's a crazy score to even achieve.
It would be nuts if the Eagles can pull it out, but we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but the Eagles scored 55 last fucking week.
Yeah, that was over 4 turnovers. The Chiefs don't turn over the ball.
That's true, too.
They just punch it out every single time.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy that I saw something that they practiced that. They just punch the shit out
he
the
is
ball.
8-0 in clutch games.
What?
Like, okay, so there was a stat that came out.
I thought it was 13-0.
No, well, listen to the stat. There's like a certain stat to where it was like
it's probably playoff.
Your clutch drives, your clutch less than a minute or less than a minute something. Like Drew Brees was like 4-2. Brady had a good like 50%. There, everybody's kind of hitting for par in there. Patrick Mahomes 100%, 100% on that.
Think about this: his worst season is an AFC Championship,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
and that
Like,
was when the Bengals won.
He's inevitable. And like, I hate to say it, but like, you're watching him, and like, some of the shit he does is like, I watched a fucking throw where like those throws where he's like just about to fall on his face and just somehow gets it out. And like,
I'll say this too: last game, I used to like Patrick Mahomes when he was at Texas Tech, got drafted in those first couple of years, and now I started to hate him. But after last game, I started to like him because when he ran the ball, like he wasn't fucking all that hate that he was getting and shit. Like he was hitting people and trying to run through them and scoring touchdowns, running
Andy
the ball,
Reid-
which is scary.
like as much as we can glaze Patrick Mahomes and everybody else fucking glazes Patrick Mahomes, I mean, Jesus Christ, Romo and fucking Collinsworth are just.
Who's announcing the game?
They got two. Honestly, Romo and they got all
Tom
4
Brady.
hands on it. They got 4 hands on it, just
Tom
doing
Brady's up
the
there,
fucking
bro.
Indian rope burn on that man's penis.
Oh god,
But
it hurts.
it's fucking insane the shit that Andy Reid pulls, like play wise and like
Scheme wise, he
Mhm.
made. They have Pacheco in the backfield, and they made Kareem Hunt the number 1 running back.
Spags too. The fucking pressures were
Oh
insane.
yeah, no. That's why I think like that Saquon's going to have some runs, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as these past few games.
Yeah,
have been.
I definitely agree.
Like he might break one off, but like he ain't breaking fucking 5 of them.
Isn't it kind of crazy though that like it looks like Saquon's playing college football like
Yeah.
all season long? Like you really don't see a fuckload of long runs like that, and he's had like what 10 probably this year.
Dude, that's just that old line's fucking. When you can move your left guard and your center's out, you can move your left guard and be like, hey, can you play center? And
Did
he
you see
plays
the
center just
clip
as good as your
of
center.
Jordan, was it Mailata?
Yeah.
The fucking
Mailata.
O lineman absolutely pancake blocks this motherfucker on the Saquon touchdown run and was laughing down the field blocking people.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. But
And then the line is like not old. Like Lane Johnson, like he's probably going to retire if they win or lose. He's old, but like they got a right tackle from the Jets. The Jets got in the first round. They let them go to the Eagles for like nothing. They moved him to right guard, and he's one of the best right guards in the fucking league.
I'm gonna get in front of it. I do think the Chiefs are probably gonna win, but I'm wearing my Gardner Minshew jersey, and I'm going all in on the Eagles. I think we have to as a nation.
Me too.
I don't know. I kind of hate the Eagles. Eagles fans wise,
The
I hate
fans
them more.
suck, man, but the players are cool as shit.
Are
do
they,
have some
though?
Cool players.
I think that
Chris Gardner Johnson.
I just think that Cooper DeJean's a dog.
Yeah.
That's my favorite player on that team.
But I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. Nick Bolton, Chris Johnson, McDuffie, Watson, Eric Reed's brother, Justin Reed.
Worthy.
Worthy.
I don't like Worthy.
Worthy's cold. We had a fucking absolute discussion in the group chat about Worthy. Mike's still not on Worthy, dude. He still just fucking thinks that he's dog shit, basically.
Give him 2 years. He's gonna be like Sky Moore. Where is Sky Moore right now? That's a great question.
You got a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And a Super Bowl catch.
but where is Sky Moore?
I don't know if Sky Moore is on the team.
Yeah.
Sky Moore may be a practice squad cat. I think I actually ended up.
Imagine your first round pick. You
I
win
don't
a
think he
Super
was.
Bowl
Was he?
and you disappear.
I want.
He was a second round.
Oh, it was the second round. It was early second round then.
Did he play for Ole Miss?
No, he played for like Wyoming or something like that.
Okay, he was placed on injured reserve due to a core muscle injury in October.
And he's still out.
I'd
That
assume
don't
so.
sound good.
That don't sound like a fucking good injury, dude. Prayers to Sky Moore.
He
Dude.
was like right. He got drafted right when they decided like you can wear any jersey number, and he was a wide receiver, and he wore number 24. I remember being pissed off about that.
I want Devontae Smith to be Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah, that would
fucked
be dope.
up on IR.
Like Hines Ward did whenever the Steelers won.
But that's my thing. Like, if the Chiefs can make the Eagles have to throw the ball. Like, yeah, Saquon can run, but if the Chiefs are just going down the field, score, and the Eagles have to throw to keep up, I don't trust Jalen Hurts to win the game. Jalen Hurts had his best game against the Chiefs 2 years ago, and they still lost.
I'll tell you who shows up in the fucking playoffs too is Kelsey. Like as much as like the Taylor Swift, Kelsey, I'll say a couple things about Kelsey. One, motherfucker just plays regular tight end football now. Like he used to play like that kind of flashy receiver type of role for them. I think now he's just playing the tight end role because like he was doing just like the regular catch, turn around, get upfield. But like it was wild to watch that motherfucker with hair. You know, he kept taking off his helmet and doing like go back to the shaved head, Travis Kelce. You looked so much cooler. I know you're listening to Found in True Sports right now, so like, I mean, you gotta listen to us. You looked a lot fucking cooler with the shaved head.
And think about this. This is a scary thing too. The Bills.
I think he has a widow's peak too.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
The Bills shut out. Kelsey really wasn't a factor in that game at all.
No, I mean, he kind of did some like first down
Like what
things.
he had, like 30 yards.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs' offense really wasn't.
The thing about Kelsey is even if
They
he
were
does
that
have
good
30
at-
yards, those 30 yards are probably the most clutch 30
Yeah.
yards they need.
Probably
It's
like third down.
mhm.
But like, yeah, they didn't look great stat wise. But like that first fucking drive, like you can tell nobody was going to stop them. And this is my take too. I did the Bills. Like, I think it was the Bills and the Commanders. They both did it. They both scored and they went for it on 2 on their first fucking drive or whatever. When you do that, like to me as a fan watching, you're basically saying, if we don't convert this, we're losing this game.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Can we
basically-
please stop throwing the fucking ball on 2-point conversions if your running back is good as fuck?
But
Just
didn't they
saying.
try to didn't they try to sneak it in and then he got
It didn't
stuffed?
work.
Yeah. That's
They were
another
like-
scary thing. Kansas
Yeah.
City's, even though Bills don't do the tush push as good as the Eagles, it's still a tush push. Kansas City stood them up a couple
Dude,
times.
James
Is it-
Cook had single-digit rushing yards the first half.
Yeah.
Then they ran him. He got like 60 yards on 4 or 5 carries.
I just want to
Start
say,
off.
I feel his pain.
I just want to say though, like everybody gets on the Eagles with a tush push or whatever. They're the only ones that fucking execute it
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you
like
can't hate
you have
it.
fucking Josh Allen, who's big as fuck. But if you think about it, Jalen Hurts never stands up in that fucking position.
No.
They do it like. Remember when we used to run that little offense when we were kids with the fucking arrow,
yeah.
and you would just get in the
wedge.
middle and just fucking like break it? That's
It's like
what
the
they
rugby. It's like rugby.
That's what they run, and he stays low, and the motherfucker can squat 600, so they're gonna get that yard or whatever. Josh Allen was straight up, even in the picture or whatever. The Bills fans are gonna be fucked with that picture with his ass over the line.
Jalen Hurts never gets up whenever they do the tush push.
No.
He's in like a lockdown stance.
He turns into like a
Yeah,
submarine,
he can't
buries
fall
himself.
back at all if he hits the line because his legs are locked up going into the
Yeah,
offensive
no.
line.
It's legit like he buries himself. It's the battle of the lowest man.
It's
That's what it
rugby.
is.
It's rugby.
Yeah, it's the battle of the lowest man. Whoever gets lowest is pushing. That's what. If I'm a D lineman, I'm just like pushing them down and fucking hitting somebody. Like it's just fucking. I hate it because like it's not like I'm used to like you come up with a play to get the 4th down. You don't just do a tush push and get it. It just seems boring to me. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, if you know you can do it, I guess you kind of have to.
Yeah, but if they get stuffed on it,
They rarely do.
didn't Kansas City stuff them in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, at one time.
Yeah. And Kansas City's D line's bigger this year than it was that year.
All right. I just want to say I'm going with the Eagles. What about you, Bood?
Yep, going with the Eagles. Devontae Smith's going to be the MVP. He's going to. It wasn't Hines Ward that made that catch. It was Santonio Holmes that
Mhm.
made that catch,
Yeah.
and he got MVP or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that is going to happen, and Devontae Smith's going to be the man.
It's gonna be Jahan Dotson. Snap.
I'm going Chiefs.
Fuck.
I like as much as I hate the Chiefs, I hate the Patriots dynasty of Tom Brady more. And I just want to see if a team three-peats, that
I like
team's
the
better.
players on that team, though.
What? The
On
Patriots?
The Patriots. I really don't give a shit about anybody on the Chiefs.
Oh,
team.
dude, Chiefs got some players I like. Like I named them already.
He only likes McDuffie.
I like Chris Jones. I like Jones.
Mm.
One of the most underrated D tackles in NFL in our NFL time.
He cried.
So who doesn't cry?
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis has cried.
Um,
Yeah, he's cried.
He's one of the biggest
He was
NFL
like-
criers in
yeah,
the
he
league.
was like a crybaby.
Yeah.
For his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
speech.
Nah.
Bad.
And when he won the
I'm
Super
proven
Bowl,
wrong. Hey, hand up, wrong. No Crier, no Sean Marino.
Terrell Suggs is probably the
All right,
only
name your
NFL
top
player.
five.
I can't
No,
cry.
top three NFL criers.
Uh,
I'm going 1-1. No Sean Marino during the.
Going 1-1 this season. Will Levis.
Oh shit! With the one where he was on the fucking good game. Will Levis had some bad shots.
who's the dude? God, it's like a video I see every year. He played for the Broncos, running back. It was during the national anthem.
That's what I just said. I
Yeah,
said no
That
Sean
was him?
Marino.
Okay, fuck. Jason Kelsey didn't cry. I was going to say him. I don't know. Dude,
Almost
that's a toughie.
did. Honestly, shout out Jason Kelsey for holding back his tears in that retirement speech. He killed that.
Jason Kelsey said he's repping the Eagles, even though his brother's playing.
Well, did y'all see the
Why are you sitting like that? Sitting all girly.
I'm cold, dude? I'm freezing right now. Jameis Winston's
Yes.
hype up speech for the Eagles.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Dude.
That's awesome.
Okay, y'all can have Joe Burrow. I would never trade it for an alumni like Jameis Winston. That dude is fucking. Apparently, he's doing something for Fox for the Super Bowl in New
Yeah, he
Orleans.
is. He's coming to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Returning.
Yeah, dude, that's gotta be fucking awesome.
Dude, everybody's coming to fucking
He's
New Orleans.
the
New Orleans
Yeah.
is crazy.
Charles Barkley of like football.
Do you think-
to be honest.
NFL should do like a TNT, and he should be like,
oh yeah, that's
on
gonna,
there?
It's gonna make it awesome.
Dude, you know what I got tickets to?
that'd be funny.
Opening night of Super Bowl. Like media night. It's gonna be
Really?
sick. I'm a
What,
fucking
that's probably like on a Friday or something.
Monday.
It's on
Whoa.
Monday.
The Monday.
Damn,
You gotta
That-
bring headphones.
that whole
Really?
week is gonna be fucking awesome. I'm
It
definitely,
really
I'm
is.
definitely going to New Orleans just to see it. But I'm not going to be there Sunday.
Yeah, I don't want to be. The thing is, I don't want to be around Philly fans on Sunday.
Yeah,
I'd
no,
rather
fuck
be like
that.
at Jake's eating the fucking crawfish, like
Yeah,
hanging out with the boys. And
Philly
then,
Buffalo fans would have been electric.
two of the
yeah, that would have been
biggest
so sick.
white trash versus white trash.
The amount of fights that would have been in the
It would've been
casino.
bad.
You would have
Those-
just
those-
like watched
if you had to-
haymakers.
If you had to explain a family, that's a family at an RV park with their cousin right across the fucking
Yeah.
street.
And that's also like two like hockey towns too. So like
Yeah.
they know how to fucking throw them. I bet.
Mhm.
God, dude, Bourbon's gonna fucking be shitty.
Bourbon's probably gonna be well protected and probably the cleanest it's ever been since the fucking shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Man,
Just sad that it took that for it to fucking do that.
yeah,
How many times they've moved out the homeless and brought them back?
yeah, dude. The fucking homeless have been getting it at fucking all ends, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You got to do something with them. You can't just like keep them there.
No, you can't.
No,
the
they-
dumpster fire.
You can't be fucking having some dude begging Taylor Swift for change. You know,
So
like
you know what they need to do, which I think they should have been done. It's like Bourbon Street, like you're not allowed to drive on it.
well,
like,
yeah, they
you-
just did that. Now they have
No,
the
you can't drive down Bourbon at all.
yeah, they just put up like 4 or blockade things on each side now.
Permanently.
Yeah, I think so.
that they were
Thank
supposed
God.
to have.
Yeah, that they didn't want to
Don't
put
even
up.
start me on that
Yeah,
bullshit.
they
that
didn't want to
happened.
put
Mhm.
up because they didn't want them to get jammed or whatever.
And the freaking police chief, that old lady, she was in Oklahoma and hit a person while all that's like.
You
she
kind of
got
look
sued
like
for
her.
it. Yeah, honestly, she does look like me.
No way.
Swear, it's
Hold
the
up.
glasses. It's the
God
glasses. I
damn
think
it.
I'll have the same type of glasses.
Could you please edit in a picture of you next to her during that part?
Dude, I bet we could do something with AI. Just put your face on her.
We need to take a picture after this for the
We're about the
thumbnail
same
of this.
size too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
crazy. You so her name. If anyone wants to go look this up, feel free. It's Ann Kirkpatrick, police officer,
Come on, with
Wikipedia.
that name, you shouldn't even be a chief of nothing.
Yeah, she looks just like Bood.
It's like you and Jake had a kid.
Oh no.
No, that's not. No, I'm looking at a different Ann. Kirkpatrick.
Police
They had a
officer.
representative.
Good Lord.
I love how you agreed with it too.
Lou, do you want to talk a little round ball?
Yeah.
Mike, have you been keeping up with any round ball at all?
I know Florida State has a center that they compare it to Jokic, so he's Jokic-esque.
And that's basketball with Mike from Fountain of Truth Sports.
I've been watching a little bit. I've been like every game I watch from Florida State, they're up, so I always just turn it off because as soon as if I watch longer than 2 minutes, they go down.
I feel like Florida State could sneak into the tournament maybe late in the season.
They're not having a bad season. They've lost some close games, but I think they can. I think they can make a run.
I mean,
Their team's pretty good. I like their team.
13-7 isn't terrible, but then again,
No.
they have such a fucking competitive league. Like
It's the ACC, yeah.
Duke, Clemson's good, Louisville's good. Like
UNC is always guaranteed a loss.
even SMU and Wake Forest aren't bad right now.
Miami's falling off, so that helps us.
UNC's fucking terrible, so that's good for y'all. At least.
NC State.
Only really keeping up with Nichols.
Yeah.
What about your Ole Miss basketball team?
I haven't been watching any of that. I mean, it just fluctuates so much right now.
Buddy.
SEC is going to have a lot of people in the
Well, you're
tournament
still
that-
ranked. Ole Miss is 23.
They were up to like what? Top 10?
Hey,
No,
my
they're
other
like
team.
12.
My other team's ranked.
Who?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech is 22, and
Yeah.
they're up right now on TCU
Yeah.
in the first quarter. So,
That was my second team.
my teams are doing well. I mean, the thing of this that fucking sucks is Kansas blew that fucking
yeah.
crazy ass game. Like,
Yep.
I mean, that was historically fucking bad.
Bad.
But
Losers.
what fucking sucks about this Kansas team is like our transfers suck. AJ Storer is absolute like wash. Like he went scoreless in that fucking game. The overtime game.
Mm-hmm.
Rylan Griffin's okay, but like this team on paper was supposed to like they were the number one team coming into it. It's like it looks good at times, but then again, it doesn't look like a championship team, and that's what sucks to me. Is like I know we're gonna fucking go to the dance and then like lose, and maybe like this team we're gonna lose first round to like Quinnipiac all over it.
Isn't Wisconsin doing pretty good?
Wisconsin 17.
Damn.
Yeah, I like Wisconsin's team. I've always had a soft spot for Wisconsin whenever they
When they made that run.
with Frank Kaminsky and all back in the
Yeah.
day.
Didn't they have that Asian guy last year that was just jacking up threes, or was that Nebraska?
That was Nebraska, I think. But they have a good game tonight. Alabama, Mississippi State. Mississippi State's actually favored.
They got
Really?
8 SEC teams in the top
Dude.
25 still.
Mississippi
Jesus.
State is cold as fuck too.
All these teams are good for
Yeah.
the SEC out of nowhere.
Auburn, dude, I'm telling you, Auburn had a shitty game the other night against South Carolina and like Tennessee. I feel like they like kind of played down to their talent in both of those games. But like Janai Broom came back and he did well. And the only thing is like when you play down your talent and you still win, like you're gonna have those fucking games, I guess. But they look fucking good, dude. But then again, Duke looks good. Like
Yeah.
Duke looks, real fucking good. Cooper Flag and Colin Knipple are
I hope we
cold.
get a good Cinderella story, though.
Yeah,
You want a Cinderella story, Mike?
basketball?
Yeah.
Who's your Cinderella story team?
I don't know. I don't keep up with it like that. I'm just saying, like when March Madness truly starts, and you get like that. What was that team? What was that team a couple years ago? That little team.
Oh,
Um,
they won it. They actually made.
They made it to the
St. Peter's.
yeah.
They made 2 runs before.
I'll tell you what, Iowa State and Arizona was a crazy game.
Iowa State, that's crazy.
Iowa State was an underdog in the game, and then they let Caleb Love, who was fucking 1 for 11 from 3-pointer, hit a 60-foot fucking three to send it to overtime, and then in overtime got fucking annihilated and lost by 11 points. So I don't know.
Nice run while it lasted.
But then that's what I'm saying is like you're gonna have those weird fucking games as a college team.
How's
But
Marquette doing?
They're right.
Marquette's good. Good. They're 9. I think this Houston team looks good. I think if you were a betting
That's the team I wanted to pick.
if you were a betting person, I feel like you kind of have to keep taking Houston every
Like
year
the
at the
past
odd.
3-4
I know,
years.
dude, but they're knocking on the. They're gonna get it together at some point.
Did
Like,
they not make the final
They made the
8
Final
last year?
Four
They
once.
made the final 4 like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Mike, in the basketball world, it's called Elite 8.
Elite 8, final 8.
He hates it. Michael's just starting to. He's in the Dynasty Basketball League this
I'm ready
year.
for football season.
He's in March Madness talk.
Mike, you're gonna make the playoffs.
I know, dude. Everybody said my team sucked. Just wait.
does.
Just wait.
I'm terrible.
My team is set
I'm
up for the
riddled with
future,
injury.
and I'm already in the playoffs.
That's what everybody's saying. That's dog ass in this dynasty team.
What?
League. I'm setting up for the future. I'm setting up for the future.
I am set up for the future.
Well, that's what you get to say in Dynasty. And also, I've been riddled with injury.
Well,
Not right now.
Not right now. I'm not with injury.
Chet is the only big one that probably would be a
Chet?
starter.
Okay, that's not true. That is so not true. I could read you the dudes that I would be playing right now.
I'm
that
just
are out.
saying, Steve, according to my record compared to yours, I know ball better.
Fuck that. I hate that.
And I know ball better than wait, dude, I told you what happened with me and Christian last week with Ross.
Kobe White out. Fucking Kuminga out. Holmgren out. Carrington. No, Jordan Hawkins. He would be nice. Out. Derek Lively out.
I think my bench would beat all of those players with your starting roster, putting them in your.
I don't like him, dude.
Should I lock PJ Washington?
How many did he get?
27. I
Mm,
think I'm gonna wait. He's playing the Pels tonight.
I think I'm gonna win probably the first 4 years for sure.
No, you're
holy
not,
shit, that's a bold
dude.
fucking take.
No, you're
And my
not.
team is young and pretty much unstoppable.
Dude, I bet you don't pay attention for 4 years.
Well, if I don't pay attention, then nobody's paying attention for 4 years.
You think Chaka's gonna pay attention? Chaka's traded like all of his picks for the next like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like he's not paying attention.
I think the oldest player I have is 30.
What's your average age?
It's definitely low. I don't know how you can look that up.
So we
Oh,
don't
you
do
know.
a Fountain of Truth, Fantasy Folklore segment anymore.
No, because we all suck.
We're going to do some spout shouts. What else we got, boo?
I'm about to buy an Amin Thompson jersey. That dude is
What?
going to be maybe Anthony Edwards type.
Booty's going to buy an Amon Thompson jersey.
That dude is cold.
I do like him. I like how he threw Tyler Hero to the ground.
I like how he threw shade at Jason Tatum whenever he had the game winner earlier this week.
Yeah.
Said he felt like Kobe.
That was fire.
That is diabolical.
Spout shouts, what we got?
Nothing really going on.
We're trying to not drink as much as a friend group.
Yeah,
We've been on like a
perfect, huh?
bender for like 7 months.
Dude,
So
you're almost the average age of the league.
Of my team.
Like the average age of the league is 25.8. You're 25.2. Ross has the youngest team. I have the second youngest. with
It's
24.
fine though, because like my big guys still got 5 years. Anthony
Yeah.
Davis and Giannis still got 5 years of dominance.
Well, you never know. They might have catch a significant
Amin
injuries.
Thompson is
Greek
like
Freak's been catching injuries, bro.
21, I think.
Oh, spout shouts. Lee having a baby.
Yeah, congrats on that. Jake's working on his.
Yeah, Jake's working on his.
Putting the
I
arms
can't
together.
wait till we have a little mascot.
Yeah.
Jake's on a boat right now with no service. He's probably going insane. Other spout shouts.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
I know we're forgetting
Joe's
something.
back.
Joe's
Joe's
back.
back. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, Joe. We're so glad you're back. I can't
No
believe
jelly.
you were under the fucking sea for that long.
Since November, man.
dude,
That's
he's-
a lot of sports.
But he's back for the Super Bowl, and that's what counts.
Is he coming back to town? Has anybody talked to him and asked?
We need to call him after this.
I say we get in town Super Bowl for the Crawfish Bowl.
Yep.
That'd be
We should
perfect.
all like split a flight for him.
A flight of beer?
No.
Well,
I flight over to here, not the beer. All right, that's it. Episode 22. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you guys listen to this motherfucker. We're gonna post it. Hope you guys ride to the end with it. Thank you for all who did. Go like, subscribe, shout us out, share it, do whatever. Tell your little cousin. Post it on Facebook. Fucking spray paint it on a wall at the fucking South of Mall, something like that.
Lunch area.
Yeah, just fucking scream it at the lunch table, wherever you're at.
Or write it under your desk if you got a desk.
Yeah,
Like
just,
people used to do.
or like, yeah, put it on a note, put it on some gum, and just stick it.
Yeah.
All right. Hope y'all